Welcome to our channel, A Person Life Cycle. Some athletes become famous because they win championships. Some become legends because they break records. Muhammad Ali became immortal because he transformed what it meant to be a champion. He was one of the greatest heavyweight boxers in history, but his true greatness came from his courage outside the ring. He sacrificed years of his career for his beliefs, spoke against injustice when it was unpopular, inspired millions with his confidence, and continued serving humanity even after a debilitating illness robbed him of much of his physical strength. His story is not just about boxing. It is the story of perseverance, identity, sacrifice, redemption, and hope. Chapter 1. Growing up in Segregated America. Muhammad Ali was born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. on January 17, 1942, in Louisville, Kentucky. His father, Cassius Clay Sr., worked as a sign painter and often struggled to provide financial stability for the family. His mother, Odessa Clay, worked as a domestic helper and was known for her kindness, patience, and strong faith. Ali later said that much of his confidence and compassion came from his mother. Ali grew up during an era of racial segregation in the American South. Black Americans often faced discrimination in schools, restaurants, hotels, transportation, and many public spaces. As a child, Ali witnessed unfair treatment that shaped his understanding of justice and dignity. These experiences would later influence many of his decisions throughout life. Despite these hardships, young Cassius was energetic, outspoken, and full of confidence. He loved making people laugh and enjoyed being the center of attention. Chapter 2. The Bicycle That Changed History. When Cassius was 12 years old, he received a new red and white bicycle as a gift. One day, after visiting a local fair, he discovered that someone had stolen it. Furious, he told a nearby police officer, Joe Martin, that he intended to beat up whoever had taken it. Martin smiled and replied, "You'd better learn how to fight first." Joe Martin happened to coach young boxers. Instead of seeking revenge, Cassius began training in Martin's gym. That single conversation changed the course of sports history. From his first day in the gym, he showed unusual determination. While many children treated boxing as a hobby, Cassius became obsessed with improvement. He trained relentlessly, running before dawn, practicing combinations for hours, and studying experienced fighters. Chapter 3. Becoming an Amateur Champion. Over the next several years, Cassius dominated amateur boxing. His natural athleticism amazed coaches. Unlike most heavyweights, he moved with extraordinary speed. He developed lightning-fast footwork and quick reflexes that allowed him to avoid punches while delivering his own with precision. He often joked, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." The phrase perfectly described his unique fighting style. By age 18, he had won numerous amateur championships and earned a place on the U.S. Olympic team. At the 1960 Olympic Games in Rome, he captured the light heavyweight gold medal. For most athletes, winning Olympic gold would represent the peak of a lifetime. For Ali, it was only the beginning. Chapter 4. The Young Man Nobody Believed in. After turning professional, many experts dismissed Cassius Clay. They thought he talked too much. He predicted the rounds in which he would knock out opponents. He recited humorous poems before fights. Reporters often considered him arrogant. Yet beneath the showmanship was relentless preparation. Ali studied opponents for weeks. He memorized their habits. He trained harder than almost anyone else. He understood something many people overlooked. Confidence without preparation is empty. Preparation creates genuine confidence. Chapter 5. Defeating Sonny Liston. In 1964, Cassius Clay challenged Sonny Liston for the heavyweight championship. Liston was feared throughout boxing. Many believed Clay had little chance of surviving. Sports writers predicted an easy victory for Liston. Instead, Clay stunned the world. Using incredible speed, movement, and endurance, he frustrated the champion round after round. When Liston failed to continue after the sixth round, Clay became the new heavyweight champion. It remains one of the greatest upsets in boxing history. Immediately after the fight, Ali shouted, "I shook up the world." He was only 22 years old. Chapter 6. Becoming Muhammad Ali. Soon after winning the title, Cassius Clay announced that he had accepted Islam and changed his name to Muhammad Ali. He believed his birth name represented a legacy he no longer wished to carry. Many newspapers refused to use his new name. Some commentators continued calling him Cassius Clay for years. Ali never changed his position. He believed every person has the right to define their own identity. Although his decision generated enormous controversy, it also demonstrated remarkable courage. He accepted criticism rather than compromise his beliefs. Chapter 7. The Vietnam War Decision. Perhaps the defining moment of Ali's life came in 1967. The United States was deeply involved in the Vietnam War. Ali was ordered to join the military through the draft. He refused. His decision was based on his religious beliefs and his opposition to the war. His famous statement became one of the most quoted in American history. "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong." The consequences were devastating. He was stripped of his heavyweight title. His boxing license was suspended. His passport was taken. He faced prison and enormous public criticism. Many sponsors disappeared. Television networks criticized him. Newspapers attacked him. At the peak of his athletic ability, Ali was unable to fight professionally for more than 3 years. Those lost years can never be recovered. Yet Ali later said he would make the same decision again because he believed some principles are worth more than championships. Chapter 8. Returning to the ring. In 1970, Ali returned to professional boxing. Although he remained exceptionally skilled, the years away from competition had changed him. Younger challengers had emerged. Every fight became more difficult. Still, Ali refused to surrender. His determination inspired millions who had watched him lose everything. Chapter 9. The Fight of the Century. In 1971, Ali faced Joe Frazier in what became known as the Fight of the Century. Both men entered undefeated. The entire world watched. The contest lasted 15 brutal rounds. Ali suffered his first professional defeat. Instead of damaging his reputation, the loss enhanced it. People admired his willingness to face the toughest opponents regardless of the risk. Failure became another chapter in his greatness. Chapter 10. The Rumble in the Jungle. In 1974, Ali fought the undefeated heavyweight champion George Foreman in Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Foreman was younger, stronger, and widely expected to win. Ali surprised everyone by using an unconventional strategy. Instead of attacking aggressively, he leaned against the ropes and allowed Foreman to throw punch after punch, conserving his own energy. This tactic later became famous as the rope-a-dope. As Foreman tired, Ali seized his moment. In the 8th round, he unleashed a combination that knocked Foreman out and regained the heavyweight championship. The victory became one of the greatest tactical triumphs in sports history. Chapter 11. Life after boxing. Ali retired from boxing in 1981. Only a few years later, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The illness gradually slowed his movements and affected his speech. Many assumed his public life would end. Instead, Ali chose a new mission. He traveled to more than 60 countries, supported humanitarian projects, visited hospitals, advocated for peace, and inspired people living with disabilities and serious illnesses. One of his most unforgettable moments came during the opening ceremony of the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta, when, despite visible tremors caused by Parkinson's disease, he lit the Olympic cauldron before a worldwide audience. The image became a symbol of courage and resilience. Chapter 12. A Legacy Beyond Sports. Muhammad Ali passed away on June 3, 2016, at the age of 74. His funeral brought together political leaders, athletes, religious figures, and ordinary people from around the world. Today, Ali is remembered not simply as a boxing champion, but as a global symbol of courage, dignity, and compassion. His influence extends beyond sports because he demonstrated that character matters more than fame. Life lessons for young people. Muhammad Ali's journey offers enduring lessons. Believe in yourself before the world believes in you. Confidence grows through preparation and persistence. Turn setbacks into opportunities. A stolen bicycle led him to discover boxing and changed his life forever. Stand by your principles. He accepted enormous personal and professional costs rather than abandon his beliefs. Embrace failure as part of growth. Even after losing major fights, he continued to compete and improve. Serve others. In later life, he devoted his fame to humanitarian work, showing that success gains deeper meaning when it benefits other people. Conclusion. Muhammad Ali's life was filled with victories, defeats, controversy, illness, and triumph. Each chapter revealed a different kind of strength. He won world championships with his fists, but he earned lasting respect through his character. His legacy reminds every generation that the greatest battles are often fought within ourselves, and that true greatness is measured not only by what we achieve, but by the values we uphold along the way. Don't just chase victory. Become the kind of person whose character inspires others long after your achievements are forgotten. Thank you for watching. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder.